Hello everyone, I'm here at Via Rodeo at 2 Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills, California. And today we're going to be doing a day in my life video. This is my morning walk. I could walk here from home. So I come all the time. One block over we have my neighborhood Erewhon, and then another block over we have my neighborhood Equinox. So pretty much everything you'd ever need. And next up, we are gonna go check on one of my income properties. So I am a real estate investor and developer. In the past few months, we just got our first Pura Vida Miami here in Beverly Hills. They're also opening one in Malibu and one in West Hollywood. They have the best food. I feel like it's a little overpriced, but you do get premium quality stuff. We have a brand new Dior store here on Rodeo Drive. It has a restaurant. Look what's right next to the Beverly Wilshire. We've got a brand new Rolls Royce. This is the new Louis Vuitton store that they're building on Rodeo Drive. It's actually going to be, I think, about 3 stories, and it has like this rooftop garden, and they're even going to have like an exhibition and museum space, rooftop dining, retail, cafe, gift store. Quick little pit stop at Gravitas. I got to do a full tour. I am in love with this place. It's the only members club in Beverly Hills. I just went for an impromptu tour. I'm doing a whole nother video about that. I just asked a friend what he thinks of Gravitas, and he's like, I found it to be tacky, and I find the crowd there to be way older than Bird Streets and Soho House. So I kind of got a kick out of that. I've just made it to one of my mini investment properties, and I feel kind of weird filming here. I've actually never filmed like on location like this, so it's a little bit uncomfortable when my tenants live here, and it feels like a little invasive, but I am just on the street. I don't have any vacant units at the moment, so we won't be actually going into any units today, or at least not here. We will at my other property. But this is my building, so there's 3 structures total. I purchased it for about $4 million around 2021, 2022. And it's a beautiful modern construction, 3 stories. I was so proud of myself to buy something like this at such a young age. It was such a cool accomplishment. I didn't have any family in real estate, so it's just kind of something that I'm self-taught. I pursued it on my own and just kind of figured it out as I went. After I bought this, I did do some renovations to it. I enclosed the yards. I kind of upgraded the units. I added the Nest thermostats. We put garage doors on it. We kind of made it like a little higher tech. Added the EV charging, the wall box chargers. So I do love how it turned out, and it's super convenient. About a 10-minute drive from Beverly Hills, and you're kind of halfway between Santa Monica and downtown LA. As I was watching the developer next door, I kind of learned how much money you can make from developing, and I got to know him, and he's taught me so much about it. And a year ago, I pursued my first development project, and not a buy and flip, but I received this property fully vacant, so it was really cool to kind of add the finishing touches and get to lease it out and choose kind of what kind of tenants I was looking for, and just kind of turn it into whatever I wanted. And I had some really cool incentives. We did like first month free promotions, allow people to have pets, no extra pet fee, no pet deposit, waive the application fee to really encourage people to apply as long as they apply the first day of the showing. You're wondering like what this hat's about. So J. Luke's is like the real estate agent here in Beverly Hills, and they were selling this at Kitson. After I saw what the neighbor did here, they're probably gonna make like $1.5 million on this ground up development. And the fact that you can like build something like this in about a year and make so much money, especially if you leverage it. So with these ground up constructions, you can put like 10% down and get a full loan to do the construction. So say you buy like the old home that used to be here, it was like a rundown beat up single family home you bought for about 800 grand. So you buy that, you put 80,000 down, right? And then you have to pay the mortgage on that for a few years. all in for what, 200, 300 grand. Even get construction loans where they don't have to make any payments on it until the very end. With a couple hundred grand, you can build a $4 million property like this. Of course, you want to keep a lot of reserves on hand. Sometimes there's some bureaucracy with the city and you never know exactly what is going to happen. And you always want to be prepared for the worst or a market crash. Personally, I would have done black windows. I know they cost a little more than white windows. These auto body shops over here. So I believe this plot of commercial land sold for about 10 million a few years ago. And they've just been sitting vacant, which I kind of like. They're basically a noise barrier. I love to see that the lots on both sides of my building have sold. So the neighborhood is really turning around. And you'll see we do have like a little bit of graffiti through here. For a while we had a really bad homeless problem. There were RVs out front. They're all 3 and 4 bedrooms, so it really makes sense for me to move in over here. In the beginning I had an Airbnb unit and I kind of tried that, and just to kind of see what it was like. I really disliked dealing with Airbnb tenants. People would ask for discounts constantly, every day. They'd be like, oh, I'm an essential worker, I'm a nurse, I'm a this or that, like give me a discount. But we're like cycles in the market. Like with tourism, rates will be down like 40-50% from one season to the next if there's a recession. So that was the thing about Airbnbs. It was not reliable at all. Property has been completed now for about 4 years. And it's still modern, it still looks great. It's a beautiful property. I love how it turned out. My lender just messaged me. He's like, let me get you spoiled quickly, message me. He's so funny. I love a gay lender. This woman did like a full 180. She just stared at me for like 10 seconds straight. I don't know, am I just that attractive? Did she recognize me from TikTok? Something was up, girl, no pics today. Sorry, boo-boo. We're going to my latest flip. So this one I bought for about $1.2 million, and I'm selling it for about over $1 million more than that. I'm selling it for about $2.4 million. Been a lot of vacancy. There's been just some unexpected costs. Things always take longer and go over budget, right? I'm hoping to make about 700 grand on this property I'm about to show you. So if I can make 700 grand on this, then my goal with the next property is to make $1 million plus, which I've already done the numbers with the realtor. I'm gonna sell it in a couple months and actually make 700 grand. And I'm so proud of myself. What am I gonna do with the money? Probably buy a Lamborghini Urus here by the end of the year. And I'm going to join a few more private members clubs. To kind of show you guys around, and hopefully you can learn from some of my mistakes. I showed a picture of the interior to a lender and he's like, that looks like a war zone. He's like, it's gonna be hard to get you investors in this. But we got rid of the load-bearing wall to really open this up. So that's really exciting. I love seeing this open between the kitchen and living room. We did that in every unit to really modernize this and really curate an open floor plan. And we just we did the lightwood flooring, of course. I do this same flooring in all of my properties. If you ever want to know which flooring, I will share that with you guys. And then we put in the recessed lights, which I know people kind of prefer a fan in the bedroom, but if you have central heating and air, like, do you really need the fan? And then I learned later on that these mirrored closet doors are a little outdated, so I don't do these anymore. Now instead, I do a shaker sliding closet door, which is a lot more modern. Wow, this is my first time doing a project of this size. This is like such a big endeavor for me. I have like no mentors in my life basically, so I really was brave to do all this. Look at this. These guys just started construction like 2 weeks ago. And one of the most important things to me with any construction project is to find a contractor that is quick. So these guys, they've done all this. Wow. The contractor's been really good about telling me what not to overspend on. He's like, don't put in too many lights. No one's gonna pay more rent for that. Don't put a backsplash. People aren't gonna pay more for that. Also, it's a Monday and it's noontime, so I guess everyone left for lunch, but it's kind of scary. It's like, why is nobody working here? Because I have a different construction team doing the interior units versus the 3 new ADUs. Here we are at the front of the property. They just put in these beautiful new black windows, which, oh, they're just to die for. I did all this landscaping. We've got the turf. Everything came together really nicely. It feels like an official construction site because we actually have some porta potties here now. These trees have been growing so slowly. I think because the contractors keep taking away their water, which these are called podocarpus. I like them more than ficus. They're just a little more unique, and they have just like a little flair to them. Ficus are so bland, and we use preferred home builders here. They are the best in the business. Look up the reviews if you ever need any construction work done in LA. These actually do not have water leading out to them. No irrigation system out here, only in there. And I did this on purpose. I wanted to put trees out here, but the numbers didn't make sense. So I can't wait till we finally get the new doors in. But yeah, everything's kind of coming together little by little. And look how much these have grown. It's finally growing on the wall. Over here, yeah, we got this beautiful little alleyway. This is so peaceful. I would literally just lay on the turf, and it sort of kind of feels private. And then this beautiful premium turf. Like, I do not cheap out on turf, guys. We have the EV chargers already installed over there, and that'll be really nice. 48 amps, the fastest wall box makes. We save some money by actually buying white windows and just kind of spray painting them black. Whenever I see these 7 mailboxes, this is my biggest property yet. So I always think, wow, like if you can do this, like how big's the next one gonna be? Also, if I was not investing in the LA area, like you could get like 100-unit property like other places in the country. That's crazy, like how much further your money would go elsewhere. But of course it does come with a lot of jealousy. Neighbors, sometimes they threaten to sue over fences or over the smallest little thing, or tenants will be like, oh, I wish I owned investment properties. Like, trust me, this hasn't been easy. I've devoted my life to this for years, and I've sacrificed so much. I probably lost relationships. Things didn't work out because I was more dedicated to my work than my partner, which is sad to say. But it's priorities. I've definitely worked a lot of weekends and nights. Like, it's been a grind. It's a grind to get into real estate. And as they say, if you can make it here in LA or New York, you can make it anywhere.